Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Luffy's crew is extremely powerful, but it's almost confirmed that new names will be present in the final battle, and we will see them in today's video. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Luffy's final battle promises to be the climax of his journey, gathering powerful allies against the enigmatic figure of Im-sama, the one who hides in the shadows and holds secrets about the true past of the world. The presence of figures like Shanks, Mihawk, and Aokiji suggests that Luffy may not face this challenge alone, but alongside individuals who bring both brute strength and knowledge of the world. If we consider the chapters that have shown interactions between Luffy and these characters, it's clear that bonds have been formed throughout the story, some stronger than others, some unexpected, but all converging toward this decisive moment. Shanks' presence has always been a point of mystery. He is the one who inspired Luffy to become a pirate, but also one of the few who seem to know more about the world's dangers than they let on. In his brief appearance in Chapter 907, he was seen speaking directly with the 5 elders, raising even more suspicions about what he really knows. Perhaps he is aware of Im-sama's true power and has decided to intervene. Mihawk, on the other hand, being one of the strongest swordsmen in the world, may have his own reasons to participate. His bond with Shanks and his troubled relationship with the world government make him an unpredictable piece on this chessboard. Aokiji has already shown that he doesn't blindly follow the Marines' orders, having left the organization after his fight with Akainu. In Chapter 793, we saw him ally with Blackbeard. But is this alliance permanent? If there is ever a moment for him to choose a side, it may very well be in the final battle. Law and Kid, Luffy's rivals and occasional allies, have their own objectives and motivations. Law has already been directly involved against the world government, revealing information about the D in Chapter 761. Kid, for his part, has always been driven by the desire to challenge the strongest, and there is no more fearsome figure to him than Im-sama. The Straw Hat Grand Fleet, formed in Chapter 800, has proven to be a valuable trump card. All its members swore loyalty to Luffy and are spread across the world, waiting for the right moment to act. Even Doflamingo predicted that this fleet could trigger a catastrophic event in the future. If this prediction comes true, the final battle may be the moment when all will come together to turn the tide against the government. On the other hand, the presence of Marines such as X-Drake, Garp, Kobe, Smoker, and Tashigi adds another fascinating layer to the confrontation. X-Drake, revealed as a member of SWORD in Chapter 956, has already shown conflict with the Marines' decisions. His involvement could mean that not everyone within the organization passively accepts Im-sama's rule. Garp, a living legend, has already shown that he places his morals above direct orders. He rejected becoming an admiral and refused to follow the ambitions of the Celestial Dragons. Considering he protected Luffy in the past, perhaps this is the moment he will finally oppose the supreme power of the government. Kobe, a Marine who has always believed in true justice, has had several opportunities to witness the flaws of the Marines. His relationship with Luffy dates back to the very first chapter of the series, and it would be a natural development to see him choose a side in the final confrontation. Smoker and Tashigi, who have always had a peculiar sense of justice, might also realize that there is something wrong with blindly following orders that only benefit a hidden elite. If they join the fight, it will be because they have concluded that true justice is not in obedience, but in choosing what is right. I imagine that this battle will likely start with a siege on Mary Jawas, where Luffy's forces, including the Straw Hat Pirates, Shanks, Mihawk, Aokiji, Law, Kid, and the Grand Fleet, will gather to invade the world government's fortress. The location, protected by elite Marines and the 5 elders, will be the stage for epic battles where each of Luffy's allies will face opponents worthy of them. The Marines who join the revolution, like Garp, Kobe, Smoker, Tashigi, and X-Drake, will act from within to destabilize the government's forces, leading to an internal division among the Marines themselves. Many Marines will realize they were being manipulated by a hidden entity and will fight to correct past wrongs. Meanwhile, the true threat will reveal itself. Im-sama is not just a simple ruler of the shadows, but someone who transcends the limits of human understanding. Their ancient power may be linked to the very concept of devil fruits, the sea, and the primordial forces of the world. The confrontation between Luffy and Im-sama will not only be physical, but also a clash between the desire for freedom and absolute control. Amidst the chaos, Vegapunk will play a crucial crucial role, disabling the government's weapons and revealing information that could change the course of the battle. Shanks and Mihawk will face the 5 elders who will demonstrate their true abilities as users of mythological powers. Akuji's presence will be decisive, as he may be the key to defeating one of the elders or even Imsama. As for the timing of this battle, it will likely happen after Luffy and his allies have gathered all the necessary information about the Lost Century, the Poneglyphs, and the true history of Joy Boy. The final confrontation should occur when the One Piece is finally found, serving as the catalyst for the greatest revolution in history. When the world is on the brink of change, Imsama will emerge from the shadows to prevent that transformation, triggering the battle that will determine the future of everything. And since Luffy's final battle will be the greatest event in history, it makes sense that all the forces that have ever had a connection with him, directly or indirectly, will be present. If pirates and marines have already shown interest in this clash, it wouldn't be surprising if other forces also enter the scene. After all, what is at stake is the future of the world, and that affects everyone who dreams of freedom. The Kujas, led by Boa Hancock, are one of the forces likely to ally with Luffy. Hancock has already shown her absolute loyalty to him, and the Island of Women has been hunted by the world government ever since the Shichibukai system was dismantled in Chapter 956. After directly facing the Seraphim and the Marines, Hancock may see this battle as the only chance to ensure the survival of her homeland. Her mastery over the Conqueror's haki places her among the most formidable warriors in the world, and if she brings her warriors to the battlefield, the impact could be significant. Furthermore, the Kuja's connection to the ancient warrior lineage may indicate that they possess hidden knowledge about the Lost Century or even Joy Boy, which would make them valuable assets in this war. The revolutionaries are another force that will certainly join the battle. Since their introduction in Chapter 432, they have always been presented as the only organization willing to directly challenge the world government. And with Dragon, the most wanted man in the world, as the leader of this revolution, there is no doubt that he will have an interest in confronting Imsama. Sabo has already shown his aversion to the world system and his loyalty to Luffy, especially after the events in Mary Joyce in chapters 1054 and 1058. It was believed that he had lost his life, but in the end he reappeared stronger than ever. If we consider that he already faced one of the 5 elders and survived, his presence in the final battle could be a crucial factor. The revolutionary commanders such as Ivankov, Karasu, Morley, and Lindbergh could also play important roles. Ivankov, with his knowledge of the world government's secrets and his connection to Kuma, may be one of the ones responsible for exposing the truth about Imsama and the Celestial Dragons. Karasu and Morley have already demonstrated enough strength to face admirals, and Lindbergh, with his advanced technology, may prove useful against the government's secret weapons. Additionally, there is a possibility that Dragon is keeping a final trump card, something that could change the course of the battle. His connection to the wind, as suggested in various scenes throughout the series, could indicate that he possesses powers beyond what has been shown so far. Other allies may emerge from unexpected places. The Mink tribe, for example, has already proven its worth during the Wano arc. In Chapter 9922, we saw that Inuarashi and Nekomamushi's Sulong form was able to rival Jack, one of Kaido's main commanders. If the Minks decide to fight in the final battle, the impact could be immense, especially if the battle takes place under a full moon. The people of Zoo have already shown a strong connection to the bearers of the D, so it would not be surprising to see them once again by Luffy's side. Another potential support force is the Giants of Elbaf, and with Dragon, the most wanted man in the world, as the leader of this revolution, there is no doubt that he will have an interest in confronting Imsama. Sabo has already shown his aversion to the world system and his loyalty to Luffy, especially after the events in Mary Joyce in chapters 1054 and 1058. It was believed that he had lost his life, but in the end he reappeared stronger than ever. If we consider that he already faced one of the 5 elders and survived, his presence in the final battle could be a crucial factor. The revolutionary commanders such as Ivankov, Karasu, Morley, and Lindbergh could also play important roles. Ivankov, with his knowledge of the world government's secrets and his connection to Kuma, may be one of the ones responsible for exposing the truth about Imsama and the Celestial Dragons. Karasu and Morley have already demonstrated enough strength to face admirals, and Lindbergh, with his advanced technology, may prove useful against the government's secret weapons. Additionally, there is a possibility that Dragon is keeping a final trump card, something that could change the course of the battle. His connection to the wind, as suggested in various scenes throughout the series, could indicate that he possesses powers beyond what has been shown so far. Other allies may emerge from unexpected places. The Mink tribe, for example, has already proven its worth during the Wano arc. In chapter 9922, we saw that Inuarashi and Nekomamushi's Sulong form was able to rival Jack, one of Kaido's main commanders. If the Minks decide to fight in the final battle, the impact could be immense, especially if the battle takes place under a full moon. The people of Zoo have already shown a strong connection to the bearers of the D, so it would not be surprising to see them once again by Luffy's side. Another potential support force is the Giants of Elbaf. Since the introduction of Dory and Brogy in Chapter 116, it has been clear that Giants possess a unique warrior culture. And with the connection between Elbaf and Shanks, as revealed in Chapter 1076, it may be that the Giants will finally decide to join the battle. If Shanks asks for their help, or if Luffy somehow earns their respect, Elbaf could become a powerful ally against Im-sama. After all, the Giants have an army that was once considered one of the most destructive forces in the world. Furthermore, it is possible that unexpected allies will appear. For instance, Vivi, who has been absent since Chapter 908, could return with vital information about the world government. As the daughter of the King of Alabasta, one of the oldest and most influential kingdoms, her presence could have a significant political impact on the battle. Cobra, her father, had already shown interest in challenging the secrets of the world, and his mysterious death could have been the catalyst for Vivi to finally take an active role in the fight. On the other hand, characters who were once antagonists may also choose a side. Crocodile and Buggy, now members of the Cross Guild, have their own interests. Crocodile has always sought power and influence, and if he sees an opportunity to benefit, he may end up participating. Buggy, despite his comedic nature, is now in a position of power, with loyal followers and enough influence to mobilize an army. Even if not of his own volition, he may end up being dragged into this battle. In the end, the issue will not only be about defeating Im-sama, but also deciding how the new world will be shaped. Luffy never wanted to be a king in the traditional sense, so the responsibility of restructuring the world order may fall to other characters. Perhaps it is at this moment that the final twist will occur, with unexpected betrayals, sacrifices, and the true meaning of the D finally being clarified. The fate of the world will depend on those who survive this fight and how they will interpret the legacy left by Joy Boy and the events of this final battle. Perhaps this battle will not be just about strength, but about ideals and convictions. Im-sama represents secrecy, manipulation, and absolute control of the world. Luffy, on the other hand, has always been the symbol of freedom and individual choice. With so many allies by his side, perhaps his fight will not only be to defeat an enemy, but also to change the very structure of the world. If One Piece's story has always emphasized the importance of dreams, then the final battle may be the fight for the right of every person to follow their own path. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.